Good morning, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about empowerment and the epic empowerment that's coming. And I originally thought this is going to be awesome. Then I thought this is kind of stupid. And then I thought this will be good for early people. And then I'm like, wait, I don't know. In the end, I'm not completely upset that they're going about it the way they are. Come on. Shit. I'm not completely upset with the way they're going about it. I updated my Eris, so I wanted to make sure that this stays, that it actually worked all the way through. She's now a 6-star awakened, which means she got 10 more speed, which means I had to change her gear. Isn't that stupid, huh? But where I was going is I don't know how I feel about the epics being empowered. So let's start off with, what does empowerment mean and how is it going to help me? So here, this is legendary. I doubt the numbers are going to be this high. I'm betting instead of HP percent plus 40%, I'm betting it's going to be HP percent plus 30%. Instead of speed at 15, it'll be speed at 10. Instead of accuracy at 55, it'll be at 45. I'm guessing. I'm making a guess. But why would I talk about that? Why would I not empower everybody? And I'll tell you why. So here's all my guys that were going down, like Ugo and Bane and all these guys. And I have them all up to 60. They're at 60 for a reason. I didn't bring them up for no reason at all. That would be a waste of resources. Some of it was like, Warcaster. I brought him up because I wanted to have somebody for my can't even think what it's called now. My clan boss team. And he's kind of faded because I've gotten other guys since then to take his place. But you can see here, I have quite a bit of guys at 60 here. But I'm not going to upgrade most of them. But if you notice here, I've got a lot of guys down here that are duplicates that I could probably empower if I wanted. But you know what? I'm not going to touch them. Not going to touch any of these. You know why? They're too valuable as food. I need to get my legendaries up to 60, and I still have a bunch of them to go. So why would I empower my food? It's just dumb. It's a waste of resources. So I'm asking, so I had to ask myself really deeply, what guys would I empower when it comes out? Because it's not out yet. 100% is not out yet. What guys would I empower? So I had to think about it, and I came up with the top 5 list. And number 5 is actually right here on the screen. I didn't even realize it. My number 5 in people that I would empower is Ruella. Why would I empower her and not Creedon or Spectre or even Skull Crusher? I'll tell you why her. Her skills, her A1, target enemy, and each critical hit has an 80% chance of stealing 5% of the turn meter. That requires accuracy. These all require accuracy to place. Okay? And if we look at her base stats, 15,000, just about 16,000, that isn't a ton of HP, and defense isn't over 1,000, so she's fairly squishy. Why would I empower her? It would give her the body that she needs to last and make her viable to be used, and give her additional accuracy to lay these bad boys. Decrease defense, weaken, and decrease speed. That's like the Holy Trinity. Okay? So at number 5, on peak guys that I want to empower, Ruel is number 5. At number 4, it's all the way at the top here because I know it's my first 6-star I ever got. When I say 6-star, I mean 6-star blessing. Ugo. I use Ugo all the time in Clan Boss. Hydra. And Hydra is really a tough go. But we have Hydra, and once again, making her last as long as possible because Hydra is just pain in the ass. And also giving me some more accuracy because this block buffs, decreased defense is huge, don't get me wrong. But the number one needed debuff at Hydra is block buffs. If you don't have block buffs up, you're going to get your ass kicked. So, Ugo with block buffs on a 3-turn cooldown, 2 turns, she's got it up just about all the time. And you get her fast enough to where she's going 3-2 against the Hydra heads. They always have block buffs up. Yes, they have one guy that strips them and does a cleanse. Don't care. Still, this is freaking awesome. So Ugo, I have a hard time putting her down at 4. Saying she's only the 4th highest. But the next few guys have a reason why they're on this list. Number 3 is Cornelia. Why Cornelia? Everybody looks at her and can't figure it out. You need to have very specific settings for her. You need to have her in regen. You need to have her at a specific speed. And you need to have her live long enough. I'm not even close to those numbers. If I added another 30% on her HP and another 30% on her defense, I can start getting there if I leveled up all of her equipment, which I haven't yet. I fully admit I haven't. She'd be the right speed. She'd be the right. She's close, not quite there on her regen gear. But why do we need the regen gear? Why do we need this stuff? She solos everything. When I say everything, I mean she solos everything in Doom Tower. She can solo the Celestial Griffin. She can solo Eternal Dragon. She can solo... Oh, she can't solo... Oh, she can solo this one. The Nether Spider. She can't solo the next one. She can't solo the Frost Spider. But she can solo all these, giving you coming back and just farming this every day is freaking awesome and getting you tons of stuff for clan versus clan. But B, tons of level ups. So Cornelia is a highly used person when I get her set, she's going to be like one of my most used. But Cornelia is my number 3. My number 2, you guys have heard me talk about this guy way too much. High Priestess of Ornn. Right now, he's doing Dragon in about 220. If I were able to get this up, the HP up from 58,000 up to 68,000, now we're talking about probably getting in that minute 45 range. And Ornn is going to be doing more damage with more HP, is going to be lasting longer, is going to be, all this other stuff. And I use Ornn in other places, but he's my solo dragon. He does a lot of work for me every time we have a fusion or anything like that. Ornn is put to the test. So Ornn, you definitely earned the number 2 spot. Number 1 is actually probably one of my favorite characters that I can't use at all. Fane. She is so squishy. 13,000 HP and 727 defense. Way too squishy. But she has her A3 that places a weaken and a decreased defense. She needs more HP. She needs more defense. If I could empower her, I would do it in a heartbeat. And she would be in nearly every team. This is a 100% chance because it's 75% chance of placing the weekend and 75% chance of placing the decreased defense. Plus these two 25%, that takes that 75 to 100% chance. I have her accuracy at 326. It's not perfect, but it's pretty fucking good. The speed I could improve, but I'm not doing anything with the speed at this moment. I could increase her speed. I haven't done any lifts on her yet. Fane, if I got her HP and her defense up higher and she could survive, I'm telling you right now, Fane is... her speed is good anyways. It's sitting at 251. That's nothing to sneeze at. It's just, I could increase that up into the 280s. And if I got her up into the 280s for speed and got her HP and her defense in a really good place, she's going to be pretty formidable. And she's going to put out incredible amounts of damage on top of allowing all my other champions to put out tons of damage. Her weakened and decreased defense. So, why didn't I pick some of my other guys? So I'm going to run through and just give you a real quick explanation of why I didn't pick some of these other guys. That there are guys on this team, if I were to pick most essential epics, Fane would not make the list. One of my favorites, love her. I love what she brings. She wouldn't make the list. Why wouldn't I upgrade Seeker? Where do I use Seeker? I use him in Clan Boss. If I empowered him, I'm going to mess with his speed, and then I got to mess with everything else to bring his speed back. And I'm not going to touch anybody that I've decided now that I've got a working team. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just not going to touch it. The vanity of trying to get the highest score possible isn't what I need. I need to just continue to pull what I can pull. So the same goes with Demitha. I'm not going to touch Demitha for the same reason. Tragi. Tragi does some awesome stuff, especially with his Provoke and his Ally Protect and Reflect Damage. He's constantly helping the team, and he heals for each poison on the enemy team. He'd be a good guy to go, but I don't use him enough. I have other guys that fill that position much better, that are legendaries. I did have on my list, I have 25 guys I would upgrade, I would empower. Akemtum is on that list. Akemtum does a lot of damage. He's really good. Empowering him would go so far towards making him a better, more useful guy. His poisons, I think he poisons as well as just about anybody. I just have 2 Rat Kings, Gishnak or whatever his name is. I have 2 of them, and they put out poisons faster, better than anybody else. So I just don't use too many poisons. Hence, he fell off the top 5, but just barely. I mean, this one here was really hard. Here's one that I use a ton. Ursula the Mourner. But if I empowered her, is she going to do any more damage? Is she going to allow more damage on the team? She's already got good enough stats by herself. She doesn't need any more stats. You know what I'm saying? Empowering her is not going to make my team better. Geo, I use Geo in a ton of places, but he's mainly my guy that I use on Clan Boss, so I can't touch him. Geo would definitely replace Ruel at number 5. Hell, he would probably be up in the number 3 spot because he does so much work everywhere with everything that he does. Having him last longer is perfect. But at this moment, no. The only other 2 that I was really debating is Royal Guard and Husk. They're both HP damage guys. Max HP damage, I'm sorry, right here. And they can do a ton of damage. Ton of damage to Hydra. But to be completely honest with you, the only reason that they didn't make the list, there's 3 Hydra heads, right? Well, I have Iron Guts, max HP. I have Acrizia. They're all max HP. Max HP, max HP, max HP. I have Newt. Max HP. I can't think of where I have enough max HP in legendaries that are good. Wall guy here, max HP. So I have 2 for my big team and 1 for each other team. Why would I? It's not even a why would I do that. It's painful, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why the Husky and Royal Guard didn't make that list. If I would have done this list a month ago, before I had those guys, 110%, 120%, I would take and have them on the list. But today, they just don't use them enough to warrant the resources. So that's my top 5 list for guys that I would move up. Hopefully I gave you something to think about. Hopefully I gave you some information to really mull over, because I would say we're going to probably get the new one, and probably, if I were to guess, it was number 2 on their list of items, on their list of things that they're going to improve. So I would say not this patch, but the next patch. And so that's about 2 months from now. I would say probably 35 days from now. Why did I say 35? Because I think they're going to do the next patch on Thursday. And then a month from Thursday, they'll do the patch after that. So I think that 2 patch cycles from now, we'll see the empowerment. Once again, is that going to happen? Most likely not. I've not been right on my guesses very often, but that is my guess. So thank you guys very much, and I'll talk to you later. You guys have a great day. Hey, like and subscribe, please. I'm here to help you guys out. Talk to you later. Bye.